donations to social services because she doesn't want her younger sister to go through what they did to her. Liz, she was 7 years old when she was cut.
Bloody hell.
I know. Molly had to shoot the interview, so you can't see her face, and we've changed her name, of course.
This was making me uneasy. Ours is a morning show, and we have to be careful about the content we put out. And who will Ledley talk to about it?
We've booked the officer from the Foreign Office who runs the FGM unit.
That's a good call. Are you sure Ledley is okay with this?
Molly briefed him at length on Friday.
Well, huge thanks, Simon, for all you've done. Let's both sit in the gallery tomorrow and we can go to the morning meeting together.
It's good to have you back.
I unlocked the French doors and stepped into our garden. Dead blooms and leaves had accumulated, and it needed a good sweep. I have a tiny shed in the corner, and I rummaged out the garden broom. My beloved hollyhocks needed water too. I filled the watering can and gave them a good soaking. Their large, pale pink and yellow blooms rested against the warmth of the back wall. There is something satisfying about watering plants. The hollyhocks are too big, really, for our small patch, but I love them so much, and looking at them lifts my spirits. The washing cycle had finished, so I pulled the clothes out and hung them over the drying frame, which is a job I hate doing, as the frame is not large enough. I wondered if I should call Ledley and talk through the FGM story with him. It is not the easiest subject for a male presenter to deal with, but I had left Simon in charge, and I trusted him. The cat flap clattered, and Mr. Crooks emerged, blinking into the sitting room. When he saw me, he let out an outraged yowl. "Flo, Mr. Crooks is back, and he's got the hump," I called out. Flo came out of her room. She had stripped down to her panties and a white t-shirt, and I admired her long tanned legs as she walked across the kitchen and picked up Mr. Crooks. My rosebud was turning into a rose. Chapter 2. StoryWorld TV station, London Bridge. I was in the green room with Lula, our celebrity guest of the day, and her father, who introduced himself to me as her manager. He was wearing a navy blazer with brass buttons and a cravat, of all things. He looked more golf club man than stage dad. Lula was in high demand, so we had done well to get her on the show, but she was a right little madam. I took her into makeup and then returned to the green room. Lula's father was being difficult with Ziggy, my runner, who served the refreshments and booked taxis for the guests. He was complaining about not being allowed to accompany his daughter into makeup. I explained that it was a small salon and we liked guests to have a moment to compose themselves before they went on air, and would he like another coffee? I was being polite and gritting my teeth. I recognised the type. A doting father who had sent his daughter to stage school and had entered her into the TV talent competition which she had won. His daughter's moment of fame had come, and he was grabbing it with both hands. I returned to makeup. Lula was giving Ellen, our makeup woman, a hard time. "I hate all that foundation. God, I look like a Barbie doll now." "I can tone it down," Ellen said calmly. I watched as Ellen reached for a sponge and started to wipe Lula's face. Lula snatched the sponge from Ellen, and I felt like slapping her. It is always so revealing how a celebrity behaves with the backroom staff. Her rise to celebrity had been meteoric. She was 20 years old, and there was a greediness and a gracelessness about her, like her father. She had a good singing voice, but I hoped that her fame would be short-lived. When the programme was over, Simon and I waited for Ledley at the studio door. As he emerged, he gave me a hug.
"Hey, you're back."
"That was a terrific interview with Lula," I said.
"Thanks."
Predictably, Lula had changed her manner once seated on the sofa next to Ledley with the cameras running. She had giggled and flirted and had been charm itself. Ledley and I walked up the stairs together, and I was struck again how he looks so much smarter these days. When he became the main anchor in May, the deal...